Your father had 19 kids, and they shit, they were all born in the U.S. before sending them back to San.
Somebody said Robert Buck run real bad. Okay, Buck has nothing to do with that. Got everything to do with the and you said about an ads, yeah, that's how we get paid. I see a lot of people complaining about ads. Respectfully, I'm not trying to come at you. Y'all don't complain about ads when it comes to TV shows. Y'all don't complain about ads when it's part of the streaming platforms that y'all pay for. Y'all don't complain about ads when everything else. Ads is how other content creators get paid. So you understand ads to be ads because that's how us as YouTubers and content creators get paid. Ads. I'm not begging y'all to get paid, but ads are get paid. So you explained this to her already. The same person. Somebody that's like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I don't.
Hey, Bruce coming through with that big ass gun, gang. Help.
There's ads on streaming platforms. You pay for premium. So, complain about like, how do y'all think you get paid? No, I ain't trying to come at you, but you gotta understand how this get paid. You gotta get paid for our content. There's ads in it. I'm not streaming, so it's gonna be ads periodically. There's gonna be ads. They're monetized. Now, some people are. I used to be monetized. Gospel, for a day. But it's not that. Like, I don't know what to pay for premium or, you just support about watching ads. Like, watch, I don't know which ads are going to come. Just every single second of Tony's ad, what do you pay? So, the more we get paid, I'm sorry. But the buffer and I got that's it. This is, and it ain't even just income in the movie, but it ain't just about, it's really about the 14th Amendment, which is finessed by immigrants and the 14th Black Americans. That's the people that was supposed to be for all, regardless. We were not just in the country that we took and created.
Hey, Bessie and this motherfucker.
Us. And that building trillions and trillions of dollars in this country. And GDP like Americans never got even a just due as far as stuff that they did for the ancestors of what they did to build this country. So with that amendment, they now caught themselves with American.
Man, what the fuck? Ah, Frank. Hell no. What? What the fuck?
But Thank you, brother. But yeah, if you go to other countries, man, China, I could be wrong. I'm just going to China. I don't think they have that you can classify as like, it's more here that makes you Chinese.
Damn, I be trying to see what that.
I don't think they're.
I get stuck in the
Yeah,
fat ass friend.
something like just because you're born there doesn't part of give you a list of I'm just doing China as far as example, but let's just say I already know that yeah. And I was right. Australia, different countries. Top that's Chinese. That simply supposed to be for us, and it wasn't supposed to be. And I don't even understand why it's not even it's not even the Latino fault. Like we're together, as a you see that sometimes when even Europeans when they do this stuff, when they do this European, they fault was never the fault of allowing this to be something that people can just that I think that denied or something, but that comes back because it should definitely
Fucking hoe ass niggas.
destroy it, but it should definitely
Fuck out our life. Fuck out my life.
Telling the truth, said, look, it's supposed to be for the baby slave. Not all you illegals coming up here. Not who it was for. It wasn't for it's for the people that were the babies of slaves. Or I'm sorry, the non-black Americans sent it from was it people in Akon. None of you other not Americans. And you know, it's in the Supreme Court right now, bro. Okay, for sure. I saw something that got denied or something. You know, this channel is also so much different content. I'm trying to let you know. I'm a part of but yeah, man, it shouldn't be something that people ever to manipulate at all. That's yes. So I appreciate you letting me know, crew, and hopefully, you know, it gets changed and rectified because this is ridiculous. People like him, and he ain't doing nothing but doing what's technically legal, which is finessing the system. It ain't even finessing the system because finessing the system is going against it as far as it being legal. It's actually legal for him to do that, so he operated within his legal right, but it's still not something that should be okay. You know, it's legal to abort babies. That don't mean it should be something that you should get behind and be okay with it and agree with. You think we should denaturalize anchor babies? Hell yeah, we should. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we should. Absolutely. Or if not, president, we should stop immigration completely. But you're gonna pay higher in taxes. You're gonna pay way higher in taxes than everything else because if you're in America, it's a privilege for you to be over here. Your people were not here from 1770. So everything that you get over here is a privilege. So you should pay higher in taxes more than anybody else. It shouldn't be because you live in America. You're gonna pay higher in taxes because you're somewhere else. Because most of the money that a lot of these people get, they send it back to their countries anyway. Especially these Middle Easterners and these Africans, these Caribbeans, these black people, they just take their money, they send it back to their countries anyway. They're not investing that into the U.S. economy like they should. We making these other countries better by them being over here making the U.S. dollar. And a lot of times we over here illegally and making money under the table. And then just sending that money to somewhere else. Hell no, people be over here pay higher in taxes, much higher, to a point where you don't even want to send your money out there no more. You're not about to use us as a stepping stone to help your BS country that you fled from. No, that ain't gonna happen. And I don't give a damn where they from. I don't care if they're from Europe. I don't care if they're from China, Japan, Nigeria, Nicaragua, Spain. I don't care where they from. India, Istanbul. I don't care where they from. Burkina Faso. I don't give a damn. You gonna have to spend higher on taxes. Everything, whatever that is, the name is gonna be attached. It's gonna be attached to your social. And you have to spend way higher on taxes. Violent crime or something like that. First one back home. You and all your kids. Goodbye. You gotta go. You done mess it up for everybody. That's like it should be to that extent. It should be very, very hard, for that. Okay. So I think it's way too easy to get over to America. Way too easy. And specifically, I take issue with it, and any black Americans take issue with it because, a lot of these people, what do? They open up a business and your black ass come in. And unfortunately, too many of us to the black communities.
I gotta put on wake up call. I gotta go in. Swat.
It's exploitation. It's exploitation. I know that
Good. Good. How are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Come get it. Come get it. Somebody come get it. I don't want it.
He told everybody that he was right. You got you. I just don't. Damn. Go fly.
Play ball.
Smaller islands. So one request I start to face this is what I experienced. Personally, I have not seen
Come here, you fat ass candy bear. I mean, I'm like 30.
I walk you wow in the road. We're going to get some labels on your fast restaurant. Don't put a go to a restaurant, make your order, put your food in the happily ever after. Blah blah blah. So excited. The restaurant. And it's cool to a drive-through with seats. You want to use something. Don't want to menu.
Shut up. And think
The draft find something that I'm not saying congratulations to you. Gratitude for getting engaged. Myself, greater knowledge, your own stratosphere, your own world. I'm on a different level. One day, because of what we're about to say. Congratulations to him. Before we get into like, California just now. Bioman's Canada, creator of worlds, the biological engineer of a multi-year operation in my giant one-room lab, located at my home, where I'm building an expansive network of ecosystem vivariums. Exhibit A, Pentora, my 1,000-gallon cloud rainforest floor vivarium, which is connected by way of a cave tunnel to Exhibit B, Hydronia, a tropical wetlands vivarium, and to a vertical glass bridge of wooden vines, ascending up to Exhibit C, a treetop canopy vivarium on the floor to a fallen log bridge to Exhibit D, Verdantia, a gargantuan 2,000-gallon tropical grasslands vivarium. One massive connected system I call Pangea, housing a plethora of fungi, plants, and animals, whose purpose is to reveal how ecosystems work in the wild. Boy, have things suddenly started to get wild.
oh shit.
Ever since creating this new home, whose primary purpose is to allow bees to exit Pangea to access outdoor flowers, I always knew there was a possibility creatures would wander through the hole and into our ecosystem, assuming they could get past the bees. And I couldn't wait to see what kinds of creatures I'd find. Well, it turns out, this week, I spotted several new mind-blowing species in Pangea that completely blew my mind. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared me for the ultimate creature discovery and plot twist. Reminding me that if one invites Mother Nature over to come inside and play, she'll always come flying or crawling in with her favorite game of chaos. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC Family. Enjoy. No way! AC Family, I couldn't believe it. We were nominated for 2 categories for this year's annual Webby Awards. So the Webbies are like the Oscars, but for all things internet related. And I'm happy to share that the Ecosystem Vivarium series was nominated for Best Editing and Best Longform Series. Isn't that crazy? But I need your help, AC Family. Part of the awards is a People's Voice Award, where you guys can vote at home. So please, after watching this episode, kindly vote for me, Nance Canada, in both categories at both the links I will place in the description box. And also as a pinned comment, let's show them the power of the AC Family. Voting ends April 16th. No matter what happens, I already see this as a win for us. A win for science and education.
education, which rarely gets a spotlight these days. And I hope to represent us on that Webby stage in New York City next month. Big thank you to the International Academy of Digital Arts and Sciences for the nod. Now, speaking of big surprises, I sure wasn't ready to discover the things I did in Pangea this week. And it all began with a new beehole. With it being summer where I live, aka the dry season, many utilize this storm-free period to do outdoor home improvements and renovations. And my place was scheduled for a new paint job.
I love his house.
I was a bit worried the painters might be harassed by the barbarians. However,
They painting.
so I watched the scene like a hawk. Turns out, the bees were totally behaved and didn't bother the painters at all. Guess they're not as barbaric as I thought they'd be, and only get aggressive to the nest, like when harvesting honey. Speaking of which, looking inside, I noticed the bees had been busy doing some home renovations of their own. I couldn't believe the series of new chambers they had made from propolis, which is this incredible sticky building material the bees make and regurgitate up, made of plant resins, balsams, beeswax, essential oil, pollen, and plant gums. It starts off as a liquid and hardens to create an antioxidant and antibacterial substance that becomes part of the nest. Expanding the eventually they built a propolis labyrinth entrance to plug up that into their box. By the way, I've decided to bee box. Terra Bee, because it's attached to the new fallen log bridge above it, which I've decided to call the bridge to Terra Bee, or Terra Bee Bridge for short, due to your popular requests in the previous episode. Now, until the bees build the propolis entrance to plug up that hole, I was well aware that creatures from the outside could make their way in. From morning to early afternoon, the entrance is full of bees. But by late afternoon, the bee activity greatly decreases. And by night, the bees are completely asleep, which gives creatures from the outside a good 16-hour window to come in. So, AC family, let me discover our new arrivals. I decided to set up a feeding station with a small dish of coconut nectar placed inside a larger shallow glass vase of water to create an environment that would keep black crazy ants from accessing the nectar, so only the barbarians can drink it. I placed it into the Arabian bridge for the bees. Hours later, bees were definitely drawn into the bridge. But looking into the feeder, I spotted a few drowned ants, as well as a drowned bee. I found that the bees weren't being drowned in the nectar at all, but instead were visiting the feeder to drink the water. This made a lot of sense, seeing as right now water was hard to come by outside, and was extra valuable at this time of the year. Back to Pangea, a hidden oasis in a stick dry landscape. The rains began to pour in the Bavaria. Pangea's ecosystem represents the Montane Tropics, meaning it's higher in elevation.